Imagine this. In a quiet park in Japan, the morning sun gently warms the air. An 82-year-old man walks slowly along a path, his back straight, his steps steady, his face calm and full of life. He stops for a moment, presses his palms against a tree, holds still, and breathes deeply. What looks like a simple pause is actually a powerful practice, an isometric stretch that keeps his muscles strong and his balance sharp. Science agrees. A study published in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that isometric exercises, gentle stretches where muscles engage without big movements, help older adults maintain muscle tone, reduce stiffness, and even lower the risk of dangerous falls. That's why today we'll explore 5 isometric stretches every older adult must do before it's too late. These are easy, safe, and can be done right in your living room. With just a few minutes each day, you can bring back strength, stability, and confidence in your own body. Before we begin, I'd love to know, where are you watching this from? And what time is it for you right now? Please let me know in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading them. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next. Why isometric stretches matter for older adults. There comes a time in life when the body no longer feels as reliable as it once did. Maybe you've noticed it yourself. Getting out of a chair feels heavier than it used to. Climbing the stairs takes more effort, or your legs tremble when you stand for too long. Even simple things like carrying groceries or bending down to tie your shoes can feel like a challenge. These moments can leave you feeling frustrated, even powerless. But here's the truth. Your strength is not gone. It's still within you, waiting to be awakened. That's where isometric stretches come in. Unlike exercises that demand jumping, twisting, or lifting heavy weights, isometric stretches are gentle. You simply tighten your muscles, hold that effort for a few seconds, and then release. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but inside, your muscles are firing, your joints are supported, and your body is remembering how to stay strong. Science backs this up. Studies show that isometric movements help older adults maintain muscle tone, reduce stiffness, improve circulation, and even lower the risk of dangerous falls. That means more confidence when walking, less pain when getting up, and better balance when standing tall. Think of George, a 72-year-old grandfather from Ohio. Not long ago, he dreaded rising from his recliner, pressing on the armrests with all his might, but still feeling weak. A friend introduced him to isometric stretches. 2 months later, George noticed he could stand with ease, his legs steady, his posture straighter. He didn't join a gym. He didn't spend hours working out. He simply discovered that his body still had power. He just needed to use it. And so do you. Isometric wall push. Let's begin with something simple. Standing in front of a wall. Place your feet about shoulder width apart, steady and grounded. Rest both palms against the wall, keeping your elbows slightly bent. Now imagine you're trying to push the wall away. Press firmly with your hands. Feel your chest and shoulders tighten, and hold this for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then release, breathe, and repeat 3 to 5 times. It may not look like much, but this movement has a quiet strength to it. You're training the muscles in your chest, shoulders, and arms, the very muscles you use to push open a heavy door, to steady yourself when you rise from a chair, or to hold on to something when balance feels uncertain. For many older adults, these small acts can mean the difference between independence and dependence. Think of Mary, a 70-year-old from Florida. She once felt weak carrying her laundry basket and often needed help from her daughter. But after a few weeks of doing wall pushes every morning, Mary noticed a change. Her arms didn't ache the same way, and lifting that basket no longer filled her with dread. What once felt impossible began to feel manageable again. That's the gift of isometric stretches. They don't just build muscle, they restore confidence. Each push against the wall is a reminder that your body is still capable, that you are not fragile, and that strength can return with just a few minutes of practice each day. Next, we'll move from the wall to a chair, focusing on the legs with a simple exercise that makes walking and standing feel safer and steadier. We'll take a seat in a sturdy chair, your back straight and feet flat on the floor. Place your hands gently on the sides of your knees, then press your knees firmly toward each other. At the same time, resist slightly with your hands. Hold this gentle tension for 10 to 15 seconds. Then relax. Repeat 3 to 5 times. This small, almost invisible movement does something powerful. It strengthens the muscles of your thighs and inner legs, the very muscles that carry you with every step. For many older adults, weak thigh muscles are a hidden cause of wobbly balance, difficulty standing, or even the fear of climbing stairs. By practicing the seated knee press, you're giving your legs the stability they need to support you with confidence. Imagine Robert, a 74-year-old from Texas. He loved gardening, but began avoiding the steps leading to his backyard because he felt unsure of his footing. His legs trembled each time he tried to go down. After practicing seated knee presses for just a few weeks, Robert noticed his legs felt stronger, steadier. One afternoon, he walked down those same steps without hesitation. The smile on his face wasn't just about stronger legs, it was about reclaiming a part of his life he thought he'd lost. That's the beauty of isometrics. They don't demand speed or intensity. They meet you where you are, slowly building strength in ways that truly matter for daily living. In our next stretch, we'll target the muscles in your hips and lower back with a simple move that helps reduce discomfort and supports your posture every time you stand tall. Isometric glute squeeze. Find a comfortable position, either sitting upright in a chair or lying flat on your back with your knees bent. Take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, gently tighten the muscles in your buttocks, almost as if you're trying to lift yourself just slightly off the seat. Hold that squeeze for 10 to 15 seconds, then release. Repeat this 3 to 5 times, resting in between. It may sound almost too easy, but this small movement awakens some of the most important muscles in your body, your glutes. These muscles support your lower back, stabilize your hips, and give you the strength to stand, walk, and climb stairs. When they weaken, your back takes on more strain, and that often leads to the aches and stiffness so many older adults feel. Take the story of James, a 75-year-old from California. For years, he struggled with nagging back pain, the kind that made even a short trip to the grocery store feel exhausting. His doctor recommended simple glute squeezes. At first, James thought, how could something so small make a difference? But after weeks of consistent practice, he noticed the pain easing. Standing for longer periods no longer drained him, and walking down the aisles at the store became manageable again. The glute squeeze is proof that you don't need big, complicated exercises to reclaim comfort in your body. With just a few minutes each day, you can reduce back strain, feel stronger in your hips, and stand taller with confidence. Next, we'll move to the hands and arms with a simple grip exercise that can make everyday tasks like opening jars or carrying bags so much easier. Hand grip isometric Take a small rubber ball, a stress ball, or even just make a fist with your hand. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Place the ball in your palm, wrap your fingers around it, and squeeze firmly, but not so hard that it causes pain. Hold that squeeze for 10 to 15 seconds, then release slowly. Repeat 3 to 5 times with each hand. This simple exercise strengthens the muscles in your hands and forearms. For many older adults, grip strength is one of the first things to fade, yet it's also one of the most important. A stronger grip means you can open jars without struggling, carry shopping bags with less discomfort, and hold onto a railing with more security when walking up or downstairs. Think about Linda, a 68-year-old from Michigan. She used to feel embarrassed asking her grandson to open jars for her. I felt like I was losing my independence over the smallest things, she said. Then she started practicing hand grip isometrics each evening while watching her favorite TV show. After a month, Linda proudly opened a stubborn pickle jar on her own. That moment wasn't just about pickles. It was about dignity, freedom, and confidence returning to her hands. It's amazing how such a small practice can carry such big meaning. Every squeeze reminds your body that strength is still yours, ready to be built up again. Now let's bring it all together with a powerful stretch for your core, an exercise that helps improve posture, supports breathing, and makes every step feel more stable. Core tightening. Sit tall in a sturdy chair, or stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, whichever feels more comfortable. Place your hands gently on your stomach. Take a slow, deep breath in. As you exhale, gently tighten your abdominal muscles as if you're bracing yourself against a light push. Hold that gentle tension for 10 to 15 seconds, breathing steadily, then relax. Repeat this 3 to 5 times. This exercise may seem subtle, but it strengthens the muscles that support your spine and keep your body upright. A stronger core improves posture, reduces strain on your back, and helps you stay steady when moving. For older adults, this means fewer wobbles when walking, more stability when standing from a chair, and even easier breathing as your diaphragm works more efficiently. Consider Margaret, a 76-year-old from California. She often felt herself hunching forward and noticed her back aching after just a short walk. She started practicing core tightening each morning while sitting at her kitchen table. Over time, she began to feel a difference. Her posture straighter, her steps more confident, her breathing deeper and calmer. "I feel like I'm standing taller again," she shared, "as if I've gained back a piece of myself." That's the power of this quiet practice. It doesn't require movement or equipment, only attention and breath. Yet, it gives back something invaluable, the feeling of control over your own body. Now that we've explored all 5 stretches, let's look at how to combine them into a simple daily routine you can practice right at home. How to combine all 5 stretches into a daily habit. Now that you've learned the 5 isometric stretches, the next question is, how do you bring them together into something that feels natural, sustainable, and even enjoyable? After all, knowing an exercise is helpful is one thing, but building it into your daily rhythm is where the real transformation happens. The good news is that this routine doesn't require special equipment or a strict schedule. You only need about 10 to 15 minutes, and you can do it right in your living room, kitchen, or even while watching television. Think of it as a gift you give yourself each day, a way of telling your body, "I still care for you. I still believe in your strength." Here's one way to put it together. Begin with the wall push, standing tall, pressing into the wall, waking up your upper body. From there, take a seat for the seated knee press, reminding your legs they are steady and dependable. Then move into the glute squeeze, reawakening the muscles that protect your lower back and hips. Next, pick up a small ball or simply make a fist for the hand grip, giving your hands and arms the power to carry and hold. Finally, finish with the core tightening, grounding yourself in strength and stability at the very center of your body. Altogether, this flow will take no more than 15 minutes, but those 15 minutes can ripple outward into every part of your life. Suddenly, getting out of a chair doesn't feel like a struggle. Carrying groceries feels lighter. Walking across the room feels more secure. These little victories add up to something profound, a sense of independence, dignity, and confidence. The challenge for many older adults isn't the exercises themselves, it's making them a habit. That's why it helps to link them to something you already do every day. Some people like to practice right after making their morning coffee. Others prefer evenings while watching the news or their favorite show. A few even make it a ritual with their spouse, turning it into a shared moment of care and connection. This is where we can learn from the Japanese approach to healthy aging. In Japan, movement isn't treated as a chore or a workout. It's a daily ritual, woven naturally into life. Gentle stretches in the morning, small practices throughout the day, little reminders that health is not built in big bursts, but in steady, quiet consistency. You can bring that same spirit into your own home. Remember, consistency is more important than intensity. Even if you only do each stretch once, the act of showing up for your body matters. Over time, these simple practices can rebuild strength, protect balance, and restore confidence, giving you back a life where you feel more capable, more free, and more yourself. We've walked through 5 simple isometric stretches, movements that don't require fancy equipment or long hours, but that can bring back strength, balance, and confidence one small step at a time. The wall push, the seated knee press, the glute squeeze, the hand grip, and the core tightening. Each one has its own gift. Together they form a routine that supports you in standing taller, moving with more ease, and living with greater independence. But remember, this isn't about chasing perfection or pushing yourself too hard. It's about showing up for your body each day with kindness and consistency. Even a few minutes can make a meaningful difference. Over time, you'll notice those little victories, getting up from a chair with less effort, carrying your groceries more easily, or simply feeling steadier on your feet. Before we close, an important reminder: the health information in this video is not medical advice and may not apply to everyone. If you have any health concerns or medical conditions, always consult your doctor before starting new exercises. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 stretches will you try first? Share your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe so we can continue this journey of strength and hope together.